call for help turns into a negotiation for a ride to the hospital.
That ambulance is $1,500. I mean, we'll take her. You got $1,500. I know what I'd like to do with $1,500.
Dozens of people are telling ABC 15 their stories of how they or their loved ones were experiencing medical emergencies, but felt paramedics were trying to prevent them from taking an ambulance.
ABC 15 investigator Melissa Blasius has the video proof tonight of the firefighters' questionable behavior.
Inside her South Phoenix home in August 2021, Heidi Pate was getting sicker by the day.
I remember I have a hard time to breathe. So finally the kids convinced me and they called for help.
They told 911 Heidi, who was 61 at the time, had COVID, was having difficulty breathing. She was told to go out front. Nobody realized the Ring doorbell camera was recording clips from the moment the exam began.
Hey, let me see where your stats are. If your stats are good, they're not going to really want you at the hospital.
The fire captain grabs a seat and joins in.
Are you related, sir? Yeah, that's my mom. You just want to take her to the hospital? Yeah, she wants to go to the hospital. You want to take her?
When Heidi's son won't agree to take mom himself, the captain starts talking about cost.
That ambulance is $1,500. I mean, we'll take her. You got $1,500. I know what I'd like to do with $1,500.
My feelings got hurt to make me feel like, hey, I'm wasting my time with you, or you wasted my time.
No ambulance came for her that day. Heidi's the first person we found with video evidence, but not the first to tell us they felt like Phoenix firefighters either refused them an ambulance or tried to convince them they didn't need one. The ABC 15 investigators made multiple requests for records and interviews with the fire chief. We wanted him to watch Heidi's video and answer questions about how patients were treated.
Chief Duran, Melissa Blasius with ABC 15. I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Last week, we caught up with Fire Chief Michael Duran at a city event.
I'm going to have to get more information on this and get back to you.
I've been asking your department about this for 6 months now. I have video of a situation. Is it acceptable for firefighters to tell people an ambulance costs $1,500 and they probably have better things to do with the money?
Our policies are to take people to the hospital when it's appropriate and deemed necessary. If a patient has to go to the hospital, we are to transport them to the hospital.
Fire department, what's the address of the emergency?
Our ABC 15 investigation started 6 months ago with Bruce Sandberg, who now has a legal claim against the city.
I trusted these guys. I believed them. I trusted them. Big mistake.
He called 911, asking for an ambulance for his wife, Francesca.
She just said, please call an ambulance for me.
They're coming. They are coming.
Phoenix firefighter paramedics determined she was like any other COVID patient and did not need to go to the hospital. Sandberg insisted firefighters at least help her into his truck.
And the last thing she said to me was, are we there yet, honey? Are we there yet?
Francesca lost consciousness before reaching the ER and died from a heart attack. Those firefighters were out of Station 50 in North Phoenix. A different crew from that same station went to Donna Dominguez's house in July 2021.
I do remember them saying it's expensive to transport you, and we really don't need to transport you. I remember almost begging.
Instead of begging more, Donna says her daughter drove her. The hospital report says her colon had ruptured and she was in sepsis. That's very different from what the firefighters' report said.
They said I refused and denied several times in the report. It makes me honestly lose faith. These people are supposed to be here to help us.
A state law that took effect in September bars paramedics from diagnosing patients and bans them from counseling a patient to decline EMS transportation.
We are following the new House Bill 2431 and providing training to our members for that. So thank you very much, Melissa.
Are you willing to look at actual firefighters who aren't following the rules, sir?
Back at Heidi's house, the firefighters had more excuses.
To be honest, I just worked in the ambulance, and all the hospitals were shutting down.
As soon they left, my son took me to the hospital, to emergency, immediately.
Heidi Pate is thankful for her son and the hospital staff that cared for her for the next 6 days. You see, she had COVID pneumonia. After that ordeal, she wants the fire chief to know.
I could tell them right there in their face, they denied to help me when I needed the most.
I'm investigator Melissa Blasius, ABC 15, Arizona.
Melissa, thank you. If you think first responders denied you an ambulance or tried to talk you out of using one, the investigators would like to hear from you. Email investigators@abc15.com.